What is up, Sportscast? Welcome to the SportsNStuff show, the Kings of Sports. I'm Adam.
And I'm Carter.
And let's get right into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have any announcements?
Well, we don't have a special guest on still. Still working on it. We're getting there. Yeah. We'll eventually. It's kind of just in the works. I thought it was gonna be hopefully this week, but it makes sense scheduling wise and everything.
They've been on the road too.
Yeah, makes sense. But should be a fun episode. We already have it planned, so when we do have it, but I mean that's good because I feel like this week was a pretty good week for sports to where it's not I don't think we'd be able to talk much about the NFL and specifically broader college.
Yeah.
It would be more more Boise State oriented, but yeah, I feel like this was a good week because we are able to talk about those things the NFL, because NFL went crazy.
So did college.
Yeah, college went ridiculous too. I feel like it was a good week to where we were able to talk about all these things. So there's that. Yeah. Oh, I forgot the things. All right. Yeah, I forgot the box, so we had to do a cut there. But we're back. We got the wheel. I kind of dropped it on the way over here, so it's all discombobulated. But wait, do we do these before we start the section? Or do we after? Okay.
We make the rules. I don't know.
Baseball.
Oh, baseball. You got logos and mascots.
All right. Do I go first?
Go ahead. I'm still looking here.
Okay. What player had the longest hitting streak in MLB history? Joe DiMaggio, Ty Cobb, Pete Rose, or Ted Williams?
Joe DiMaggio.
Damn it.
Let's go.
I was thinking that was going to be easy.
Okay. Do you know anything about hockey?
No. I don't.
That'll be a little nice then. Jeez.
Oh, no.
These are all really difficult. All right. Which mashed up animal does the University of Cincinnati use as its team mascot?
The University of Cincinnati?
Yes.
Oh.
Wolf spider, bearcat, or turkey vulture?
Bearcat.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
They were all either super hard or super easy, so I decided to go easy.
Turkey
this time.
vulture?
Yeah, the Cincinnati turkey vultures.
Man. Yeah, on to our first topic.
All right.
Boise State. So, we beat New Mexico.
We won a game.
Yay. At least we're not going to go completely defeated this season.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. But we beat New Mexico. If I'm going to be honest, that should have been an easy win. It looked very rough at first.
Yeah, it was not as easy as it should have been at all.
Yeah, it should have been way easy. Last year we had them 37-0, I think.
Something like that.
And then this year
it
was rough.
That double move by Shakir for that touchdown before halftime last year.
Mm-hmm.
That was his last home game.
Man, wait, oh yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very rough at first. I think it was no one scored in the first quarter.
I don't think
Second
so.
quarter we scored, but I think it went 10-0 or something. And
Something
then
like that.
we
Ended
ended up picking it up,
31-14.
Yeah.
With the help of a blocked punt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much I can really take away from this one.
I think, if I'm going to be honest...
I lied. I have a big takeaway.
What is it?
I forgot how to say his name, but that freshman running back...
Ashton Dante. Dude,
he
he's
is
good.
So good. He's
really good.
Every time he touched the ball, he made a guy miss.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, too. It was unbelievable. He needs to be the starter, and maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but we should run the offense through him now. He is unbelievable, man.
Well,
he's big, he's fast, he's strong, he's elusive, dude.
I'm just saying, Carter after the game was like, "Who is the freshman running back?" And I'm
I did not know him.
And I was like, I talk about him all the time. I even remember saying before, even before we stopped recording last year, when we were talking about their preseason.
You're talking about him last year?
Or at the beginning of, in the spring. Really? I remember talking about it. Remember the spring game?
Yeah, I remember the spring game.
And I remember talking about him, and I was like, this guy's a man amongst boys. He was big. He was built. I remember talking about, I'm like, he's going to be really good. I remember that. I talked about him all the
I
time.
don't know.
I'm
My,
like, you
my
already know
memory
he's good because he's
sucks.
number 2.
My memory sucks.
I was like,
Oh,
yeah, he's
I
number.
remember you saying the 2 thing.
Yeah, like I talked about him all the time. I already knew he was gonna be good. I think everyone else did too. Like, I think it was kind of obvious, but I think this game was very scary compared to UT Martin. I mean, that should be an easy win,
Oh
but
yeah, it's UT
it's
Martin.
I don't know. It seemed very
Home opener.
scary. Yeah, I mean, okay,
Just got my ticket like 10 minutes ago.
you did.
Mhm.
Nice. I'll be in the press box, so no need to flex, but
Yeah, I can cheer.
yeah, man, the press box. I don't know. It's gonna be weird, and they're actually having like interviews in person now, like post game interviews. So
Oh,
that would be
nice.
fun to do. Before it was just over Zoom, which now kind of sucks for away games because I can't go to those. But for home games, we'll be able to do that. But I, man, this game was kind of rough, and so they ended up starting Hank Bachmeier, which is the biggest thing. It was like a game time decision, so they held it to like the last moment to say who was starting. But what do you think?
I mean, he was okay. Uh, I don't know. I wasn't like impressed, but he didn't really need to be impressive to win this game. He had a couple really good throws. There was one, the first deep shot was actually a solid throw. It could have been a little longer, but it was good. I don't know. I didn't see anything that convinced me that he should be the starter going forward, but he didn't do anything horrible enough where I would bench him against UT Martin. I don't know. I think we're kind of in the same spot as we were a week ago. I would still probably go with Talon if it was up to me, but I don't think anyone has a super strong case over the other.
Mm-hmm. If I'm gonna be honest, I just want to reiterate this. I love Hank. Hank's amazing, but I think from like kind of a perspective, I think he was taking a ton of deep shots, which were very risky throughout the whole game. Some
A
of them,
lot of the times it looks like he thinks he's still throwing to Khalil
yeah,
because Khalil can make some of those plays, but
and
not everyone can.
I'm some of the times his throws were on the point and the receiver kind of just let him down a bit. But sometimes he was throwing into double coverage and I'm
Yeah.
like, why? And I feel like, if I'm gonna be honest, I think they should have at least given Talon a shot throughout some of the game, especially when the game was like near the end. I
Yeah.
think they should have given him at least.
Yeah, he only got one
because
snap.
I mean, if you're going to think about it where you're going to compare, be like, well, Hank did really good in this game, you have to like think, well, what would have Talon done if he were in,
Right.
type of thing, where it's like, it's such a weird position. And I think right now it's safe to say that a ton of the media members here in Boise really want Hank to start, and they completely bashed the idea that they even pulled him in the first place, which I feel like was kind of justified, where it's like, you kind of need to give your quarterback a breather. We talked about this last week, where it's like,
completely justified.
yeah, like you need to give them a breather, to where it's like you can't just let them stay in and then like, kind of run the risk of like more turnovers or something, and kind
Yeah.
of just spiraling into a not so great hole.
Every possession basically was a turnover at that point. Like,
Yeah, like it was 3 of his last 6, and then Boise State even, doubled down on what they thought. But I think you at least needed to give Talon a start here, or at least not a start, but like at least give him a shot. They only played him 1 snap. It was a handoff, so like you can't really be like, oh well, Hank did better. Like, of course he did better in this game because Talon didn't even play. So I mean, I think it's a big old predicament. I think Boise State kind of got them in this mess in the first place, but I don't know. We'll have to see. It's going to be interesting to see if they do kind of a take where they play both, like they start both
I
throughout
hope
the whole
not.
year.
I hope not.
And that's like the whole thing where it's like if you have 2 quarterbacks and you have none,
Right.
like it'll be so strange. I wonder what's going on in the locker room there, because if there is confusion about who's the starting quarterback, that probably isn't the best for the team, especially after
I mean, it seems
having a
pretty clear that
loss.
Hank is the starter. It's just a matter of how long his leash is now.
Yeah, I don't. it'll be strange to see, but yeah, we'll see about that. UT Martin, thoughts?
Nope,
Nope.
not really.
I mean,
If it's not a blowout, it's an embarrassment.
yeah.
It's UT Martin.
Mm-hmm. I think if they don't, like, that's gonna be really, really rough. And if we get to a slow start, I think that they can. It might look a little scary. I don't know.
I
And
hope
it's their
not.
first home game. Like, come on. If we lose our first home game especially against UT Martin, imagine
If you lose,
the fans
just
and the
throw the program
media.
away, man.
Okay, this is the thing that I've been kind of talking about with some people is that I think Boise State at this point is just trying to carry off the success that they've had with Coach Pete and all the other, Harsin and everything like that. I think they're just trying to just capsulate like that 2011 to 2015 success in that range, but it's not working because we're just trying to like feed off of something that's already long gone. And I think that's one of the biggest issues with Boise State right now. And I think we just need to reinvent ourselves and then we'll be good. But I don't know. Yeah. All right. On to college football. But beforehand, another card per usual. Logos and mascots.
Football.
Yes. Thank
Are you
goodness.
kidding me? I've given you this card before.
You have?
Yes.
All right. Do you want me to go first? You go first.
Go ahead.
Okay. Ooh. Which unofficial Los Angeles Chargers mascot was placed on eBay in 2018 when its creator decided to retire? Zapper, Sparky, or Boltman?
Zapper, Sparky, or Boltman? Zapper.
Nope. Boltman.
Shoot.
Woohoo!
How was I
On the hot
supposed to?
seat.
All right. There was only like 2 solid questions on here, and I've asked you one of them before, so here goes. Which is the oldest team in the NFL, originally formed as the Morgan Athletic Club in 1898? The Vikings, the Titans, the Bears, or the Cardinals?
The Bears.
It's the Cardinals.
Really?
Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah.
I swear I thought it was the Bears.
I did too.
What? That's crazy. Man, cheated out. Oh, I thought I was going to get up there. I need to win one of these games. I can't go undefeated every single episode.
We're still tied.
It's going to be way too repetitive. Okay. Anyways, on to college football. Do you want to lead this section?
Sure. The new rankings are out already, the new top 25, and there was a lot of movement. I have a few thoughts on the rankings. Georgia, Kentucky, BYU, and Texas all moved up a significant amount, other than Georgia, but I mean, there's only one spot to go up. I think they all deserved it. I think those 4 specifically did. Georgia looks incredible. They are the best team right now. I think that's pretty clear. Kentucky beat Florida in the swamp. That's all there is to say, really. And it was a pretty convincing win. They shut down my Heisman pick, which doesn't look awesome at the moment.
At the moment.
One bad game. We'll be fine. But yeah, Kentucky looks really good. Will Levis looks really good. BYU, as much as I hate to say it, absolutely deserves to be 12, I want to say they are. They beat Baylor in overtime, which I was very surprised. I was confident in Baylor going into that one, but BYU with a big win. And then Texas. Have you ever seen a team
That was crazy.
unranked and then lose and then become ranked? I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I kind of expected it, and I think most people did expect it because of how much of a run for their money that they gave Alabama.
I think they deserve it. I do.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I thought they were going to win that game.
Ewers is out for a few weeks, I believe, which is a big deal for sure. But they look good. Their defense looked awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can only hold Bryce Young down for so long, but they only gave up 20 to Alabama.
And even on like the scores that they made, that was just a really great Bryce Young play.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a defensive fold or something. It was like...
Did you see the sack he avoided?
Yeah.
On 3rd down? The dude's streaking right at him, and he somehow ducks out of it. I couldn't believe it.
And then there's the touchdown that he made where he just like threw on it back foot, like...
Yeah.
And he made it look so easy. And I'm like, man, that throw is not easy whatsoever.
Yeah, he's incredible. He's the best quarterback in the country, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think those 4 all deserve their rankings boost. Florida and Baylor both lost, as we said, but are still getting respect. They're still ranked pretty highly. and I think they both deserve it. I think they're both really good teams and are going to bounce back. And then, in my opinion, I think USC and Oregon are a little high. So, Oregon was 11th, got whacked by Georgia, and got unranked. So, how come beating Eastern Washington puts them back in the ranks?
Well, I didn't think they
Like,
should
no
have gotten...
disrespect or anything, but Eastern Washington is not a significant win.
Yeah, well, I didn't really agree with them leaving the top 25, if I'm going to be honest. But, I mean, what can you do? And like you said, that's not really a great win. It's like, ooh, but I don't know.
And then USC is top 10.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
Really?
Yeah.
I just don't think that they've proved enough. Again,
Caleb Williams.
with the teams that they've played, I don't think you can say that yet. Just what I think.
Caleb Williams.
I want to see them in some tougher games first. But,
Sheesh.
yeah, they are top 10 now. So
I think I agree with Georgia going number 1, especially with kind of like last week. Georgia's kind of, I think they should have been the number 1 team going out. And I think the very first week kind of showed that they were they were really good.
I understand why they weren't, though. They lost a lot of NFL players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're still really good, which is so surprising. But, yeah, I think they deserve to be number 1 right now. I think, I don't know if Michigan might be a little bit too high at 4. But, I don't know. I'm still surprised Oklahoma, with losing, Lincoln Riley, losing Caleb Williams, is still doing as good as they are.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see how conference play goes, but...
Yeah, that's true. But,
I mean, Dylan Gabriel's solid.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good quarterback.
And it's still kind of funny that Oklahoma is ranked higher than USC, and they lost.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Their star coach.
I think they both might be a little high right now. But
as well, I think, I mean, I don't think I really have anything else to really say about this list. Like, I kind of already touched on Oregon. I also want to highlight, Marshall and App State are right on the edge. They're right there.
Marshall was 26, weren't they?
Yeah, Marshall is 26, Cincinnati's 27, and then App State's 28.
Yeah, App State at 28, maybe. I mean, they're 1-1, and they give up 63 points in their first game, or 66, something like that. But Marshall, I mean, I get it's Marshall, but why are they not ranked?
Yeah, dude. Big upset.
Oregon loses by 46 to Georgia and beats Eastern Washington. Marshall's 2-0 with a win over Notre Dame. That's a more impressive resume so far. Marshall has been a better team this year. I'm not saying it's going to last. I'm not saying they are a more talented team, but they have a win over Notre Dame, who was, I don't even remember what they were ranked. They were top 10, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Marshall.
I think they're 8.
Or no, they got knocked down a bit after losing, but not much. And that Notre Dame team almost beat Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think Marshall should be ranked right now. But
yeah, Notre Dame is way down there now.
It'd be super cool to see Marshall ranked. And App State does it again. I mean,
that was so crazy.
I think Texas A&M was overrated anyway, but it's still a huge win.
I think so too. But still crazy. Got to give them respect.
Way down, Texas A&M did.
I know.
Yeah.
They were 6 to 24 now or something.
Yeah, something like that.
That's crazy. But yeah, and that leads to, we kind of touched on it, but Bama and Texas.
Yeah, that was a great game.
I mean, my old boss ended up going to this game and was there in person and was at the game, the show, the pregame show.
Yeah.
And they ended up texting me. They're like, should be a good game, but we all know Bama's going to win. And then afterwards, I sent 100%. And then I sent that to them back. And I was like, this is the point where I knew Texas was going to win, was after I said Bama was going to win 100%. So, I mean, the jinx wasn't that strong, I guess.
Almost.
But, yeah, it was so close. 1 point off. But, yeah, it was a really good game. It was very crazy. I thought that it was not going to be as close. Bijan Robinson, I love him.
He's incredible.
He's amazing. I loved him. The moment that I loved him, I noticed, was when he got folded in half, and he still survived. No injury whatsoever.
Yeah.
He is that team. He's ridiculous.
The defense, though.
Their defense is really good, but Bijan Robinson,
yeah,
dude, I think he's the best running back in college football right now.
Yeah,
100%
I
hands
think
down.
so.
Like, no one even compares. But I think that was great. We also talked about the two big upsets: App State over Texas A&M and Marshall over Notre Dame. Man,
Yeah.
those were crazy. I think everyone went crazy over those ones. Marshall, I don't even remember the last time Marshall was ranked.
I have
Were they ever?
no idea. I'm
Yeah.
sure they have at some point.
Yeah, I mean they had Ray D. Moss, so like,
Right. Yeah.
so I don't know. App State, I don't even has App State even been? I'm pretty sure that they've
They've
been
definitely
ranked.
been ranked.
Yeah, but man, those are crazy wins. But yeah, also, I know it's pretty early, but Heisman Trophy odds.
Yeah, you got Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud both at plus 300 right now. They're the pretty clear favorites, with Caleb Williams coming in at 3 and Stetson Bennett and Anthony Richardson rounding out the top 5. But the top three's odds are significantly lower than the other two, so
Mm-hmm.
it looks like a group of 3 right now, but, it's been 2 games.
Didn't Bryce Young win last year, right?
Yeah. I don't think he'll get it again.
Yeah, well,
Even if he deserves it, I don't think so.
I looked at like the stats for it, or like if anyone has won the Heisman twice, and it said that there's only one player. I forgot what their name was. It was from Ohio State. They're the only one to win the Heisman,
Yeah.
and then the only team to have back-to-back like Heismans in the same position was Oklahoma, and that was Baker and then Kyler.
Yeah.
So I think that it would be crazy if he does
it's
get it back to back.
possible, but I just
I doubt
it.
I think C.J. Stroud or Caleb Williams might get it.
Stroud or Williams could. I
I
mean,
mean, Anthony Richardson's 5.
Anthony
Mhm.
Richardson, man, I love the dude. It was a bad game against Kentucky, though. He did not look good.
I don't know. I don't think
Will
Bijan Robinson,
Anderson,
but I think he.
Will Anderson is at 6, and he's the best player in the country, but he's on defense, so he's not
Yeah.
going to win it. Anyone else interesting up here?
Bijan Robinson.
KJ Jefferson. KJ Jefferson is my favorite player in college football.
Mhm.
He's at plus 5,000. It's the
Well-
Arkansas quarterback. He's basically Cam Newton.
I don't think Quinn. He's up there, but like I don't think he really has a chance, especially
Quinn is
with his
missing
injury.
time.
Yeah, he's not gonna.
I can't believe DJ is up there. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, KJ Jefferson played really well against Cincinnati and then played really well against South Carolina. And so if he just keeps playing really well, I mean, he's awesome. He's so fun to watch. He's my favorite player in the country. But
I feel like Dylan Gabriel kind of has an argument a little bit.
I mean, as of now,
the whole-
the
with, like, the
stats
whole
are gonna
story.
the stats are gonna look great.
Yeah, like they already have the whole narrative where it's like everyone thought Oklahoma was kind of gonna take a lapse, kind of because of their losses at quarterback and at
Yeah.
at head coach. So I think that kind of is working towards him. Will he win it? Who knows? But
Will Levis at 6,600 seems a little low. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a guy who's probably gonna go first round in the draft.
man,
And then Spencer Sanders always
first round in the
puts-
draft.
Yeah.
Or no, I thought you meant first overall. I'm like, there's no way he's going first overall.
I mean, probably not, but I've seen people.
Well, it depends on the team, but I definitely think for the most part it's probably going to be Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud.
Someone don't sleep on Spencer Sanders at plus 8,000. His stats are always really, really good, and he's very fun to watch. I don't think he'll win it, but I think that he's too low.
Yeah. All right. Card. Basketball.
Logos and mascots.
Oof. Great. The hardest part is like finding the thing. Do we go first? Oh, that's way too
Okay.
easy.
What is the official mascot of the Indiana Pacers? Grizz, Hooper, or Boomer?
Boomer? Is that it?
How did you know that? I mean, you
I
did.
just
but How
assumed.
did you guess that?
Well, I mean, Hooper was kind of way too basic. Grizz, I was 100%.
I don't know why they put Grizz on there.
I was thinking like my first thought was like a P, because isn't their logo just a P?
Their logo is, yeah.
Yeah, like, but all right. Let's see here. Could have a chance. Okay. Ooh, this is an interesting one. How many games did Wilt Chamberlain foul out during his 14-year? Or I already said this one. I gave you this one. Never mind. You gave me that one.
Okay, good, because I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No, different question, though. It's all good.
Oh, wow. How many consecutive Olympic gold medals in basketball has the women's national team won as of 2016? 5, 6, 7, or 8?
Dude, I mean, I have never in my entire life watched an Olympic basketball game from the women's team. I
haven't
barely
watched any in
I
general.
barely watch the guys' team anymore. 6.
Damn it!
Yes. Let's go.
No. I should have
Joke's
stuck with
on
the
you.
Wilt
I watch it
Chamberlain
every year. No, I don't.
Dude.
All right.
one. Wow.
Well, on to some NFL, some actual professional sports. So we'll go with what.
Wait. We just did a women's basketball.
No, our last topic was college football.
I was like, wait
Come
a minute.
on. Don't try to throw me under the bus
Wait
like
a
that.
minute.
All right. On to some professional football. Jeez. All right. We'll go with what we expected and what we didn't expect that happened in week 1 real quick because it was a crazy week 1. Would you like to start?
Sure.
This first one, real hot take.
I know. Ooh. You know what I expected? I expected Mahomes, Herbert, and Allen to do good. I mean, it was kind of obvious. I mean, okay, the people who
It's
thought
good
that,
to know they are still good
yeah,
at football.
whew, I mean, people were down in Mahomes after the Hill thing. We kind of talked about this before, where we were like, I mean, Hill wasn't that big of a loss. I mean,
Well,
it
I
clearly
don't know if
was.
I'd say that.
I mean, it wasn't like they were gonna
But it's
completely.
not like the death blow people were
Yeah.
acting like it was.
And I mean, everyone just wants the downfall of Mahomes because he already was like so good, and he's already that good. Everyone once someone's good, you always want the downfall of them, just cause it's interesting rather than just someone like keeping on succeeding.
Look at Brady. People hate that dude.
Yeah, like I mean,
All he ever did was be the GOAT of team sports.
yeah. So I mean, everyone was downing on Mahomes, and for some reason, everyone loves Allen but hates Mahomes, which I'm like, why?
Yeah, I don't
Mahomes is better than
fully
Allen.
understand that. Yeah, Lamar played amazing too, by the way.
I was about to say.
They didn't reach a deal, and then he goes out and plays incredible. I know it's the
okay.
Jets. I know. I don't care.
thing-
He
well,
played amazing.
His completion percentage wasn't that great, but his like statistically, like his throwing was pretty decent.
The
I mean,
throws he made.
the
Were,
throws he made were pretty good. Like that
he had
that
some
deep heave,
dimes.
the heave.
He looks good.
Yeah, like I mean, he could have went out there and completely.
I am really excited to see the Ravens-Dolphins game. I think that's going to be a really good game.
I think the Ravens are going to win that one.
I do too, but I think it's going to be really entertaining.
Yeah. Oh my god!
Dude,
Did you see Tua? The
Did
Tua
you
throw.
see the catch Tyreek made?
Which one?
Oh my gosh. Tua like lobs it up. It was a horrendous throw. And Tyreek like mosses the dude with one hand or something crazy. It was, oh my
Did you
gosh.
see Jamar Chase's catch?
Did you see Deontay Johnson's catch?
Yes.
Dude, that was one of the best ones I've ever. He caught that like this and his arm got hit and he still got it in and tapped his feet.
And then,
That was like a top 5 catch I've ever watched live.
well, it was so crazy because that one was like literally on the line, and then the same with Jamar Chase's catch. That was ridiculous, and that one was on the opposite
I don't even know
side.
which Jamar Chase one you're talking about.
It was at the end where they could have. It was near the end. He had like
that was ruled out of bounds, wasn't it?
yeah, it was really out of bounds,
Yeah.
but that was a crazy catch, so close.
I remember
It
that
was
'cause
really
I
crazy.
I started Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
That
I
was-
really wanted that tud.
Man,
Instead, I got 5 Joe Burrow turnovers.
man. Oh, and I have that on my.
Which perfectly
not expect-
segues.
Did not expect. I don't know if it's really to blame on the like Joe Burrow or the Steelers defense.
It was both.
Steelers defense, man, the Black Air Force Ones really kicking
Mike
into
Tomlin
gear.
knew what he was doing.
Man,
He knew.
dude, I love making Black Air Force One jokes, and when I saw that, I was like, man. I even tweeted about it.
I
I'm
love
like,
Mike Tomlin.
I was like,
man.
Steelers
I love
defense.
him.
Steelers defense about to get 20 personal fouls. They're about to. They played like a menace. They
5.
deserved it.
They turned him over 5 times.
Man, first play was a pick six.
Yeah, that wasn't the first play.
Crazy.
Was it?
No, first play first pass Joe
Yeah,
Burrow
yeah.
had was a pick six, and I'm like, man,
Minka
was
Minka
crazy.
was
Minka
out of his
Fitzpatrick,
mind yesterday.
number one
The
defensive
pick six.
back,
He blocked the extra point that forced
Yeah.
overtime. Dude, he was incredible.
number
yesterday.
one defensive back. I'm not
okay.
taking
I'm not there, but he's
number one
incredible.
defensive back. I'm saying it. He's there. He's him. Man, it was crazy. He was killing it. And he had one play where it was a personal foul, which I did not agree with, where he was just trying to make a play on the ball. He hit him, and then he hit someone. He hit the receiver, and then he was pissed because he's like, that shouldn't have been a penalty. Looked like the ref was reaching there, not going to lie. Then the next play did the exact same thing, hit the ball loose, and then he was like mocking the ref, which I'm surprised he didn't get a flag for mocking the ref
Yeah.
because he was like looking at the ref like, oh, is there going to be a flag on that one? Because they did the exact same thing, and he got a flag on the first play, not on the second one. So,
Yeah.
still weird, but, oh, man, that was crazy. Crazy game. If you didn't watch that, you missed out. It was ridiculous. I didn't watch the overtime as much because the Packers game was on, but...
That's when it got crazy.
Well, they missed kicks. I know that. And then,
Both teams missed game winners.
dude, that was just like the
And then
last
Boswell
year.
hit one. Yeah.
Last year in the playoffs against the Packers in Cincinnati, they had like 6 missed kicks.
Yeah, well, it was a lot like that game.
Yeah,
actually.
I know.
Yeah.
It was so crazy.
I think
like,
it was the same score.
yeah, I think so too.
23-20, right?
Something like that. I mean, it was crazy. Like, man.
Oh, we got a tie week 1.
I know.
The Colts and the Texans.
What are the odds? Man,
How does
dude,
that happen? Okay.
Davis Mills.
I have to
forgot
say-
to put him on there.
Davis Mills is good.
It's crazy.
I've been saying this. I've been saying he's good, and no one wanted to listen to me, but he is good.
Man.
I'm telling you. He's
crazy.
He's probably never going to be like elite, but he's good. Okay. All things considered, I think he was the best rookie quarterback last year.
I think so too.
And he's continuing it now. He looked the best of all of them last week.
I was afraid of
yesterday.
kind of like a Gardner Minshew thing for me, if I'm going to be honest.
I still believe in Gardner a little bit.
I think so too. I think he could be really good on teams. Like, I think people are just kind of forgetting about him.
There are teams yesterday that started quarterbacks worse than Gardner Minshew.
As in?
That's what else. The Browns,
Oh, yeah, Jacoby Brissett.
the Giants.
No!
Dude, Gardner's better than Danny Dimes.
Dude, Danny Dimes.
He's not good.
Danny Dimes.
He's not. The Jets started Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
And they let Gardner go. They traded Gardner
I know.
last year. And yeah, so there's at least 3.
Man,
I'm sure there was more.
that's crazy. But
Baker wasn't too bad. Baker's better than Gardner.
man, Baker should have won that game. That's embarrassing for him.
But going back to the tie, I have to say, it made me very happy as someone who still has like 1% support of Carson Wentz that the Colts tied the Texans after blaming everything on Wentz, and Wentz goes out and throws 4 touchdowns and wins. It just made me a little happy. And he beat the Jaguars, which is the team that screwed him last year.
And
So
I thought the
Good for-
Jaguars were
good
going to
for
win that game.
Wentz. Good
Dude,
for Wentz.
he was okay. The thing is with Carson Wentz at this point, we all know he's kind of just like another version of Jameis Winston, like in 2016. He just slings it.
I still believe in Jameis Winston.
He's
though.
just slinging it. Like, he doesn't care how many interceptions he throws. He just is slinging it. Sometimes it works his way, sometimes it doesn't. But man, because he had four touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Like, that stat's like, I'm pretty sure Josh Allen did the exact same thing. Like,
Hey,
I
he'll
mean,
take 4 tuds.
Josh Allen
four tuds and
put a
dub
dunk
every
on
day.
someone, but that's crazy. Yeah, and we still have today the Seahawks Broncos, which shouldn't be. If I'm going to be honest, it shouldn't be a good game. It should not be a good game.
I kind of hope it is. Kind of don't.
Man,
It'd be okay. It
imagine
would be,
Gino.
dude. If Russ goes in there and throws like 5 touchdowns, that would be awesome.
Ooh, I forgot to talk about this, but we'll get into that like at the end, I'm assuming. But once we get through, because I still haven't gotten. I did not expect was Steelers defense and some of the quarterback play. Some of the quarterback play, I felt like all the quarterbacks did pretty decent for the most part.
No,
I think some did pretty well. I mean,
Burrow and Carr were not
oh
good.
well, yeah. I mean, I put them in here as in I didn't expect them to be that bad.
Yeah.
But Mariota and Daniel Jones, I think they did pretty good. If I'm gonna be honest. I mean, Mariota didn't throw a touchdown, but he didn't throw an interception, and he did have a rushing touchdown, which is his kind of bread and butter.
He was
Pretty good.
He was all right.
He was pretty good.
Wasn't-
I mean, people were kind of dogging on him, but I mean, he did pretty good.
I want to see him succeed, man. I like
Yeah.
Mariota.
I mean, the Falcons did choke a 16-point lead, but
hey, you blew my thing.
yeah, that's my bad. But Joe Burrow and Derek Carr did bad.
Bad. Derek Carr looked terrible, which really disappointed me because I was really high on Derek Carr and honestly the Raiders coming into this year. And it's one game. He'll bounce back. But for as good of a game as Devontae Adams had, you would expect more out of Derek Carr. And he just didn't get it. I don't know. He didn't look good. And Joe Burrow obviously turned it over 5 times. So.
Mhm. Man.
Also, you could also throw Dak on this list. He was terrible before his injury. Fields and Lance were playing in like a swimming pool, basically. So I'm not gonna pin it on them.
Yeah. Well, there was like reports that like the whole field was like crazy.
I was watching some warm up throws, and the ball was like slipping out of their hands. And Debo in the post game was like, "Yeah, it was really hard to catch. It was like catching a wet bowling ball at some point." Like he was like, "I don't know how they were throwing it."
Remember the one game? I think it was against the.
Right.
I think it was.
Oh.
Wasn't it? What?
Washington.
Yeah, Washington. I
Niners,
think was 40.
Washington.
Yeah, I was about to say where it's like a
I don't
slip
know
and
what it
slide.
is with the Niners and those slip and
It was
slide
like slip and
games.
slide.
But
Dude, it was literally like I think it was Nick Bosa that was
Yeah.
just
last play
woo.
of the game.
That was
Yeah.
crazy, but
And then the Bears players, after they kneeled it out, went and did that.
seriously.
Yeah.
Oh my, dude, that's
I can't
ridiculous.
even hate, man. I can't believe we
Well,
lost.
The
but
49ers are the reason that we both lost our what's your wager locks. That was the one game that we had.
I also threw the Titans in.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
I was just,
for me-
I was just off.
man. But
Sorry.
I mean, you're still winning because
Still winning by 6.
the wager game of the week really screwed me over, which I felt so embarrassed doing that, but what can you do? Oh, well.
Okay.
What you expected.
So I guess I didn't go in expecting this, but I'm not surprised that the Falcons blew a 16-point fourth quarter lead. It's the Falcons. What are you gonna do? Yeah.
They need to shake this. This is
Good-
like
good
this is
comeback
as
for this.
bad as like
It's
my jinx.
crazy. And this one went totally under the rug too.
Yeah.
But 16 points with like 12 minutes left, and they lost.
Man.
I also expected the Packers' weapons to kind of act like they did. I don't think it'll be
First play.
I don't think it'll be this way all year. But Christian Watson, he caught 2 of 4 targets, and the 2 he dropped were a 75-yard wide open touchdown, and then the other one he just didn't turn his head in time. And he was so lucky that it wasn't a pick six because it went right to the defender's hands.
Well, the crazy thing is too is that his only catches I think were with Jordan Love at the end of the game.
Were they really?
Yeah, his last 2 catches were with Jordan Love.
After it hit 23-7, I kind of tuned out.
Yeah, basically what happened was by the end, so Aaron Rodgers, he went out, tried to give the ball to Romeo Doubs. So on the very first drive, how it went was that missed pass to Watson, and I think it was a run, and then it didn't really go well. And then the third play was an out route where Romeo Doubs, if he would have cut out, which I think Aaron Rodgers was expecting, it would have been a completion because no one was there. Romeo Doubs, he was like in the middle of 2 people, but if he would have just cut out, he would have caught it. And Aaron Rodgers was mad about it. It was kind of funny
Aaron
because
Rodgers was mad the whole game.
dude, Dobbs like tried to give Aaron Rodgers a hug after that because he's like, "Oh, my bad," and Aaron Rodgers like shoot him away. He's like, "Get off me!" It was so funny.
He's
but
experiencing life without Devontae.
man,
And I'm sure you saw the stat. The Packers wideouts combined for like 20 less yards than Devontae had
exactly.
alone. But,
Like, I mean, it was expected that they're gonna do that stat, but
and Lazard will be coming back, and 2 of the main Packers receivers are rookies right now, so it'll get better.
it got to the
But
point.
this is what I expected it to be like week 1.
Yeah, like it got to the point in that game where Aaron Rodgers was only throwing to Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, and Tanyan. He didn't even throw to Sammy Watkins, which I was
For
surprised
the
about.
record,
But
Aaron Jones needs to be used more.
yeah, I don't get why. I don't. Okay, I think Matt LaFleur doesn't really like Aaron Jones.
I
but
understand
I
keeping
love him.
Gillen involved. I get it. He's very good. But Jones is better.
Dude, I love Aaron Jones.
When Jones touches the ball, he makes things happen.
He literally I think
he needs more
I
touches.
think he's the heart and soul of that team. Like Aaron Rodgers, he's kind of the diva. Aaron Jones is like everyone loves him on the team.
You think
he is
you
the
think
humble
Aaron
one?
Jones would be not Bakhtiari?
I think Aaron Jones,
Kenny Clark?
100%. It may be biased because he's my favorite player, but Aaron Jones, he can spark the team. I remember a couple years ago we were playing horrible. We always play horrible against Minnesota, I feel like. But I remember one year we were playing horrible, and then all of a sudden Aaron Jones had a 78-yard rushing touchdown, completely brought the team back to life. And then if Aaron Jones has a bad game, then we mainly have a bad game. Like against the Bucks in the divisional round, where we should have, pisses me off. But he had two early fumbles, and he did pretty bad, and that's kind of why we lost was because fumbles. But I mean, if he would have played pretty well, not had those fumbles, we would have won. But
yeah,
I think he's the heart and soul of the team. I think Aaron Rodgers is really good, probably best quarterback.
I see no reason that Aaron Jones shouldn't touch the ball
100%.
15 times a game.
100%.
15's not even that much.
Even as a receiver,
right. There's no reason he shouldn't have 10 carries and 5 catches every game.
He catches better than A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon's more of like a bowling ball, but Aaron Jones, is
the
ridiculous.
biggest receiving threat on that team right now.
Well, Aaron Jones, he battled through. He was the third string against Ty Montgomery, Jamal Williams, and Aaron Jones. The only reason he got a chance was because Jamal Williams and Ty Montgomery both got injured against the Bears, and then he did great.
Yeah,
it's crazy, but man.
Anyway, yeah. So I expected those. My unexpected, I'll start with Cade York, the rookie kicker for the Browns.
Mhm.
Holy, 58-yard game winner in your first career game.
Man,
That's
embarrass Baker
unbelievable.
too.
Unreal. And
Ice in
good
his
for him,
veins.
man. What a kick. And then I also didn't expect that the entire NFC West is garbage. This is an overreaction. It's 1 week.
It's 1 week.
All three of these
The
teams
Seahawks.
all three of these teams are much better than what they showed. For sure. But they all looked like trash. The Rams got destroyed by the Bills. They really never even had a chance. Matthew Stafford, the elbow concerns look real.
Well, he had
Did-
four.
like,
He
you
had
hear-
4 interceptions too.
Did you hear those reports
Yeah.
of his tendinitis or something? It looks real. He wasn't pushing the ball down the field like he does.
He's kind of underthrowing it too.
Right? Yeah, so that looks
Only looks
kind
Cup.
of real.
Yeah.
So I'll keep an eye on that. San Francisco played in a swimming pool and had 100 and maybe 1,000,000 yards of penalties. Yeah, not great, but kind of beat themselves. I don't really have anything else to say.
Cardinals,
Obviously, I'm a fan. I'm mad we lost. Should have beat the Bears. But in a game like that, really anything can happen.
And it was Trey Lance's first start. You're gonna have growing pains. I feel like.
Okay.
Okay, I said this to
Lance
piss you
Lance
off
was
so much.
Lance did not play good, but he didn't play terrible. That's where I'm at. He played okay. There was 2 really bad throws, which is expected in a game like that. There was he missed a touchdown in the first quarter, which hurt. And then the pick was really bad. That was a terrible read. Other than that, I thought he was fine. I mean, Fields wasn't very good until the 2 blown coverages, and it was just a weird game where anything could have happened, and I'm not panicking yet. Now, if Lance comes back with Kittle back in the sun at home against Seattle and struggles, then I'm going to be a little worried.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it is what it is. And then the Cardinals got destroyed by the Chiefs. Whacked.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes took that to heart that people did disrespecting him.
He was amazing.
Man.
So yeah, I think all 3 of those teams are going to bounce back in a big way. They'll all be playoff contenders. But as of right now, that division stinks.
Well, I sent one of my friends a thing that CBS posted where the Seahawks are the number 1 in the NFC or the NFC West, and then they're like, "Let's go," and I'm like, probably for the first week, but still more than
they're going to lose
longer
tonight,
than everyone else expected.
all 3 of those teams had a loss they didn't want.
Yeah.
But since they all did, season doesn't even really start till next week.
Exactly.
You just got to win your division.
I know.
But yeah.
I also wanted to talk about this. Jimmy G. Is there a possibility that with Dak out that he's going to get traded to the
I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. So
Jerry Jones? I feel like that's a Jerry Jones move though. Not going to lie.
Dude, I think they might sign Cam Newton. I think they might.
Okay.
Okay.
Jimmy G or Cam Newton?
Jimmy's better right now.
Yeah.
But you could just sign Cam. He's a free agent. The thing with Jimmy, he came back on this restructured deal, which I was very against at first. Now I realize how cheap it is and that he's the best backup in the league, and we have a running quarterback now. So it's not the worst thing in the world. I just have PTSD. But yeah, after Dak got hurt, I was like, okay, maybe the Cowboys are going to trade for Jimmy. That makes sense. They want to be a playoff team. He's a guy who you can win games with. He's not going to win you games, but you can win with him. And then I realized that's not going to happen, because if Jimmy stays this year and then leaves as a free agent next year and signs as a starter, the 49ers get a compensatory 3rd-round pick. So they have 0 reason to trade him for anything less than a 3rd, and there's no way anyone's going to give up a 3rd. So I think he's staying for that reason. If I'm the Cowboys,
Jerry Jones might reach.
I would rather sign Cam for free than give up a 3rd for Jimmy G, for sure. And I'm sure there's other free agent quarterbacks who might be better than Cam.
Also, just saying. Well, I would rather trade for Gardner Minshew. I'd rather trade for Daniels.
Gardner.
What was his name?
Gardner.
I forgot.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Backup for Baltimore.
Huntley.
TJ Huntley. I would trade for him 100% with the heartbeat. Gardner Minshew 100% too. I don't know who else. I think they have good chances. I mean, but
as of right now, they're going with Cooper Rush, who is not good at football compared to the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, If he came here, he would dominate. But yeah, so we'll see what the Cowboys do. If I'm them, you gotta make a move, right?
Yeah.
You cannot roll out Cooper Rush for 5 weeks or whatever it is.
My prediction for Giants getting the playoffs looking better and better.
I mean, I don't
Saquon.
I don't think either of them are winning the division regardless.
Yeah,
I
well,
just thought the
Giants slipping in. They're gonna slip in.
I think the Eagles win the division and make the playoffs. The Cowboys and Giants both miss it, but the Cowboys win more games, and I get $10. Come on, Cooper. Come on.
Saquon and Danny Dimes ain't gonna let me down. They're not gonna do it. But
so far, you're right.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I think we already talked about those games,
Yeah,
so
we did.
I think we just go to what's her wager. But card, this could be make or break it. Basketball. All right. This is the exact same card I had last week. Wow.
Okay, here we go. Logos and mascots. Which MLB team has a furry green mascot named Southpaw? The Phillies, the Rangers, the White Sox, or the Athletics? Furry green mascot named Southpaw.
Okay, what do you need? First thought, I'm thinking Athletics because I think that's the only green team that you mentioned. But I mean, I could see like a random. Okay, wait, where are the teams again?
Phillies, Rangers, White Sox, and A's. I said that weird. A's.
The A's. I'm going with A's.
It's the White Sox.
Damn it! Really?
Yeah. It is.
Wow. Why
the A's are the only green team there, but the Phillies have a green mascot.
Southpaw. Like that means like you're left-handed, but
yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't even ask you a question. I'm gonna take a new card.
This is for the win.
Am I allowed to take a new card? Because this is the exact same one as last time.
Sure. This is for the win, by the way.
Yeah, this is. All right. Okay. Oh, that's way too easy.
You can do it.
Okay. Which coach led his team to 11 NBA Finals championships more than any other coach? Phil Jackson, Pat Riley, Greg Popovich, or Red Auerbach?
Red. Yep.
Final answer?
Yes.
Nope. Whoo!
What?
Nah, Phil Jackson.
You're kidding.
Nope. Right there. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for
6 with the Bulls.
Man, choked it.
How many did he win with the Lakers?
Do you just want to go until like we get one?
I guess yeah. We have to tie break.
Okay. Baseball.
That tripped me up because Auerbach was with the Celtics when they won 11 titles, but I guess he wasn't the coach for all of them.
I don't know.
Hockey.
Oh no! I lost. Okay. Ooh, remember the callback to
I'll give you
one of the
one. I'll give you the easiest one on here.
Callback to one of the episodes where I did my best. This is a sign where I did my best on trivia, the Moses Fleetwood Walker one. Do you remember that question?
Nope.
Remember I just asked it completely, guessed on every single trivia answer, and I got them right. Do you remember that? Do you not remember that episode?
I don't remember anything about Moses Fleetwood Walker.
Remember, it was the first
I remember there's a clip
first African American basketball player or baseball player, and I thought it was Jackie Robinson. And you're like, you're not gonna get this, and I guessed on every single one and got them right.
I think you clipped that on TikTok somewhere.
Dude, this is my favorite.
Where I threw the card because I was mad you got it right.
Yeah, it was. Dude, that's even in the intro when you're
is
just
it really?
You're holding the card and you're like, okay, whew. I can't ask you that question because I already just okay. Oh, that's. Are you gonna go an easy one or are you gonna go hard?
I'm gonna give you the easiest one on here.
Okay, this one's kind of hard.
If
not
you've
gonna
ever
lie.
watched a hockey game, you should get it.
How much do you know about baseball?
Okay.
I'm just gonna go with this one. What is the name of the league formed by teams that train in Arizona during the MLB spring training? The Cactus League, the Desert League, the Palm League, or the Heat League? Cactus, Desert, Palm, or Heat?
Okay. I have a clear top two.
Okay.
It's either Cactus or Desert.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be. Cactus.
Damn it.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Easiest one on here. What is the maximum number of players a team can have on the ice at one time? 4, 5, 6, or 7?
And I think it's 5 or 6. I'm willing to. This is bad. Okay, I'm trying to count here.
Big hockey show.
Okay.
I feel like you either know it or you don't.
5.
It's 6.
No. No, I was gonna say 6 because I know. I was trying to think because I was like, I know the Oh, I should have gone with 6 because I was thinking 5 on the field, like 5 on the ice, and then the hockey, the goalie. But then I kind of disregarded the goalie the whole time. So
I am erasing one of these. Oh wait, what's sign of shame?
this. Well, we decided last time we're just gonna wear that for one of the.
All right.
We can fix it
Why don't you
later.
give it a spin.
I swear.
No. Okay, we're not. No.
Oh well.
Spin it again.
It's punched. What?
Spin it
No.
again.
I spun it.
We've done it every time.
I spun it.
We've done it
Okay,
every
fine.
single time.
I want Bean Boozle. Not gonna lie.
Dude,
Is it punched again?
this is ridiculous.
It's a sign.
Okay, if you do it one more time
It's a sign.
and it's punched again, I'll punch you.
It's a sign.
But we got to do something
I
else.
swear.
for the
Punch.
content.
Punch.
Sign of shame.
Wow. Okay, I'll wear that for the next first segment.
I got to take punched off. That's rigged. It has to
I'm
be.
just saying, if I would have got punched 3 times, that would be okay.
All right. What's your wager?
What's your wager?
Current score, 3 to -3.
Yep. All right.
Do we have time for this?
Yeah, we could just quickly go through it.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to do the game Commies and Lions?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to take the Commies. I'll take them, and I'll put 2 points on it. And I only have one lock this week. 49ers over Seahawks. It's the only game I feel good about. And I don't even feel that great about it. But, yeah, 2 on the Commies, 49ers over Seahawks, risking 1 point there.
Lions look pretty good against the Eagles. I'm gonna pick the Lions. You know, I'm gonna go gamble. I'm gonna say 4 points.
Okay.
And I have 3 locks. Rams over Falcons. They're gonna choke a lead if they have it anyways. Like, I don't know why that's not a lock for you.
true.
If I'm gonna be honest. Broncos over Texans. This one's a little scary.
A little bit.
I like Davis.
'Cause
Mills
we haven't
good.
seen the Broncos play.
And then I picked this because I assuming that the Cowboys are gonna do Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
So Bengals over Cowboys. So those are my 3.
Those are good.
Yeah, I'm losing by 3 points, or 6. So we'll see. But that's about all the time we had for today's episode. Make sure to check out Sports and Stuff on all of our social medias, Sports and Stuff Show, except for on Twitter where it's SNS_show. We'll be here back on Friday. And yeah, that'll be our sports episode. Make sure to like and follow, subscribe, everything. Support the show. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.